we left our phones to be more present in the moment. The scariest thing I've ever experienced, and I'm begging her, screaming, please stop the ATV, please stop the ATV. And she stops it as hard as she can, shoves me to the ground, looks me dead in my eyes, and then takes off and leaves me in the pitch black. So what do? I get up and I start running for my life because I don't know what else. I didn't know what else to do in that situation. I'm literally telling myself, you're going to make it, Liv. You're going to make it. All I can hear are the sounds of my footsteps on the ground because you can't hear anything else. It's pitch black jungle. Okay?
Hello, and welcome to Influencer Police, a place where we expose the lies, the cheating, and the dirty ways of these filthy influencers.
Today's suspect, female college basketball star, gets exposed by her ex-girlfriend, and it is horrid. I'm Chief Coconut, and today I am joined by Detective Doodleberry.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Okay, so I'm gonna let Detective start the video.
Oh, just like that, huh?
Yeah.
So, I don't really know if I want to say her name outright in the video because this girl is cuckoo for Cuckoo Puffs.
Cuckoo for Cuckoo Puffs. Cuckoo for Cuckoo Puffs.
She's giving out cease and desist, I believe. So I'm like, I don't want no part in that, okay? We've already had enough trouble on this channel.
I know.
So...
No. But if she said this one, I'm ripping it up.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna set it on fire.
We'll film it.
I was just gonna say that. What should we call her?
Could she send us a cease and desist for, like, making fun of her, like, the nickname of an ogre?
Oh my god, I almost spit out my water.
Okay, maybe,
for sure.
Maybe we just keep it chill and say big ass.
Okay, I'm with that, actually. Okay, so we're gonna call her Big Ass, but I'm sure if you've come this far, you know who we're talking about.
And if you don't, it's a juicy story.
Alright, so buckle up, everybody. So basically, this past week, we finally got an expose from Big S's ex-girlfriend, whose name is Olivia, but she goes by Via.
And Big S is pretty famous on social media. Like, she hangs out with celebrities, Frankie Grande, some other boo-boo bitches.
Big S plays on TCU basketball for, like, women's, okay? Mm-hmm. And this is basically, like, her 6th year playing college sports, okay? So she is what we call a super senior, you guys. Yeah.
That's tea. I didn't know that.
And she originally started playing at Oregon. And when she was at Oregon, she dated this other girl who also came out with allegations against her after they broke up. Mm-hmm. And I kind of feel like their relationship in Oregon, like, is what pushed Sedona to get more popular a little bit.
Interesting. Is she popular on TikTok too?
Yeah, that's where she, like, blew up this TikTok.
That makes sense.
But, like, you know, she has a following. She plays basketball and all this shit. So she has, like, clout. But yeah, so she's been playing college basketball for 6 years, and now she plays at Texas Christian University. So, anyways.
And let me say, she is acting nothing Christian.
No. So Big S, she was recently dating this girl who goes by Via now, but when they were together, she went by Liv.
What does that mean?
Her full name is Olivia.
Okay.
So when Olivia was, like, first on TikTok, like, she called herself, like, Liv. Mm-hmm. You know, like, short for Olivia.
Yeah.
But now that she's, like, broken up with Big Ass, she's been calling herself Via, like, the end of her name.
Okay, I saw that on TikTok, like, her name, it says Via, and I thought, like, Via, like, the word, like, Via, Like,
No, yeah.
like via the, like,
It,
you know?
it really, like, tripped me out when I first saw it. Like, I don't really follow this girl heavily at all, but, like, I've seen her
No.
on my, like, For You page a couple times, and I remember it being Liv, because people would always post about Big S and Liv. But then, when they broke up, she changed it to Via. So, for the case of the story, we're gonna call her Via. Alright, if that's, like, her new, like, nickname, then we're just gonna, like, roll with that. So, anyways, Via posted an entire TikTok expose about Big S and basically their final trip and their final moments right before they broke up. And the reason why she posted this expose was because she basically logged into her MacBook, and on your MacBook, if you have somebody blocked from your iMessages on your iPhone, you can still see the blocked messages come through on your MacBook.
Can you see them come through on your iPad?
I don't think so.
Only a MacBook?
I'm pretty sure. Or like a computer.
Really?
I don't know because I don't have a MacBook.
I have one that I never use.
You should give it a go.
I don't even know if it's connected anymore like that.
For sure, but I don't really know, but I know that it does for the MacBook. So
That's crazy.
She basically went on her MacBook and saw the blocked messages from Big S. And Big S was basically allegedly like kind of threatening her and being like, you need to stop like making TikToks in reference to me, like I'm getting a lot of hate and all this shit, like, you know. And so Via was like, you know what, like I've been so silent, I never said anything about why we even broke up, like I've been so respectful, so I'm gonna speak my truth.
Well, Big S took her really far. I remember Via saying that she's like, I'm gonna sue you so hard you won't be able to feed your family.
But that was when they were breaking up.
If you speak about this, I'm gonna sue you so hard. I'm gonna sue your family.
But that was like when they were breaking up.
And then
she sent her more.
Okay,
recently.
So she sent more recently. Okay, so okay, for sure.
Keep in
but
mind,
to say that's crazy.
So they broke up like a little while ago, maybe like a couple of months ago, I want to say, or at least like a month ago. And when they broke up, nobody really knew what was going on, and they never really spoke about it, and everybody was kind of speculating that Big S cheated on Via. So everyone was kind of just rolling with that. So we never got the full details or the full story until like this week. So everyone was fucking waiting on this one. This isn't the first like surviving Big S story that we've heard. You know what I mean? And a lot of people were shocked when they first started seeing Via dating Big S because of what happened with the girlfriend before her.
So was Via internet popular before?
No. So like not really.
Okay.
So she wasn't, and she was like just like a bartender, and they met like at the bar.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Eventually, you know, Big S got like the offer to go to TCU. So they basically moved over there together.
Okay, how long have they been dating?
I'm not sure. I want to say like either under a year.
Are we taking too long to get to the point? It's only like 8 minutes.
I think we are. But I needed to give the full background story.
Okay.
You can cut it out if you want. I don't really care.
No.
But anyways, so they were living with each other. But anyways, now to get to the expose part, she basically drops this entire expose about their final trip to Tulum, Mexico. And she basically says that she planned this birthday she planned it for Big S. It was supposed to be a trip for Big S's birthday. And Via had paid for the entire thing. And at this point, I'm pretty sure they were kind of rocky, I believe she said.
Yeah, she said that Big S said to her that she never plans any dates for them. So that's why she got inspired to plan this big trip for Big S's birthday and make it really nice.
An entire trip to a foreign country is crazy. Like, she really popped off.
I mean, it's not
she
like
said,
that
you want a
crazy.
date? Like, I'm going to give you a date.
I know, but it's not like she like
Not that
flew
crazy.
around
Ain't nobody
to
did
like
that for me.
Japan or something.
Ain't nobody did that for my birthday. Anyways, okay.
Well, you have been on a trip overseas.
It was to Hawaii.
It's overseas.
That's not overseas. I didn't have to get a passport for that. It's not impressive in the slightest. Anyways, back to this fucking bitch who had something to say. So, Via basically planned this whole nice ass trip for Big S's birthday. And they basically get there, and Big S is not feeling the vibes of, like, Via's plans, okay? Like, Via has all these, like, plans for the trip, and Big S is just not really about them. So, Via's like, okay, like, what do you want to do? Like, we can do whatever you want to do, you know, like, this is your trip, you know? And Big S is like, I really want to get an ATV. So Via's like, for sure, like, let's go rent an ATV. So they go get an ATV.
And tell the people what an ATV is.
An ATV is like a four-wheeler. It's kind of like a dirt bike, but it's like two wheels in the front, two wheels in the back. It's like a quad, if you will. I don't know. It's an ATV. So they rent an ATV from, you know, who the fuck ever. And this is on Via's card, by the way. She pays for the ATV. And so they just kind of have this ATV, like, while they're there. Because Tulum, I guess, is kind of like a desert, she said. So I'm assuming they were just kind of using that to get around or whatever. I don't really know. It seemed like they had it for multiple days or something.
I think just the one full day.
Oh, it was just the one full day?
I think so.
What an eventful day.
Yeah.
What an eventful fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
So they have this ATV. And they're riding it around in the daylight, and, like, they kind of, like, go exploring or whatever for a little bit. And then it gets dark, so they go back to the hotel or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And she says that at some point in the night, Big S suggests that they both leave their phones behind in their hotel room and that they should ride the ATV and just be in the moment.
And explore.
Explore and just be in the moment and just live, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy, you guys. If anybody asks you to leave your phone behind and you're in a foreign country, bring that shit with you, boo.
If anyone asks you to leave your phone behind and you're in your home country,
bring
that
your
shit
phone
with you. The fuck?
Just bring your phone with you, please.
It's called silent.
I know, seriously, bring it with you. I don't know, like, this story has me traumatized, and it wasn't even me. Anywho, so they get on the ATV without their phones, and they start riding, she says. And they ride through the town that their hotel is in, and they are basically starting to pass it at a certain point. They get to the end of the town. And Via asks Big S, she's like, hey, you know, we're about to pass through the town. Where are you going? Like,
yeah,
you're starting to head into the fucking jungle. And like, and like earlier in the daylight, we literally saw that there's jaguar crossing signs. Mm-hmm. And you're about to drive us to that.
Yeah. And it was called the Ark.
And apparently there's like this like arc that's like yonder in the jungle. I don't know what that even meant. I'm assuming it's some like maybe like a rock formation or something. I don't really know. Never been in a jungle, but there's some arc in this jungle apparently, according to Via. And Via says that after this arc, she knows or had heard that it's like pitch black after that for real.
And there's jaguars and crazy animals.
Well, yeah, there's a fucking jungle. So, anyways, Big S allegedly just wasn't even responding to her and just kept riding and going faster and just, like, kept going forward.
Yeah.
And she kept going farther and farther, and then eventually Big S was like, I want to go to the Ark. And Via was like, the Ark? Like, it's pitch black after that. Like, please stop. Like, please let me off this fucking ATV.
Like, freaking out, having a panic attack.
She's freaking out. She's crying. She's having a full-on panic attack, she says. And she's, like, begging for Big S to stop the ATV and, like, turn around and, like, let her off. And so, eventually, Big S passes the Ark and continues to go into the jungle a little bit. And then she slams on the brakes. And after she slams on the brakes, she turns around and shoves Via, allegedly, off the ATV.
Crazy.
So crazy. Keep in mind, people, Big S, we calling her big for a reason. She's like 6'4" or some shit, or maybe even taller, like 6'7". And Via is only like 5'2" or some shit. Okay,
Yeah.
There's a huge height difference here. Like, I can't imagine like how scary this was for Via, right?
Yeah, it's really crazy.
So this shit had me flabbergasted when I first heard this. After Big S pushed Via off the ATV, I'm pretty sure Via said that she was kind of just like on the ground, like crying and like not really knowing what was going on. And I think she said that Big S just like turned around and like
and started
tried
going.
to leave her, right?
Yeah, and she did actually. She was going away in the distance, and then
She also said like "fuck you" or something to her.
yeah, something like rude.
She said something really cynical and rude, and
And
then
then
she started driving away on the ATV and tried to leave her alone in the fucking jungle.
And then Via got super scared and said she just started running as fast as she could through the jungle.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing she could hear was her footsteps, and she is like having a full-on panic attack. She keeps running. And then she says she sees Big S coming back, like she sees the headlights coming back. And as Big S gets closer to her, she does this maneuver, and then the whole, what is it called?
The ATV.
The whole ATV flips over.
Mhm.
And that's...
She like crashes it.
She crashes it.
So she crashes the ATV, and Via runs up to her and is trying to comfort her and like make sure she's okay, which is fucking
Which is crazy after this bitch just left her.
I would be throwing hands. You know, I'd be hitting her with a rock.
I'd be getting that ATV up and I'm out of there.
I know, seriously. After I knock her out, you know what I mean? Like, shit, it's do or die if you're gonna leave me in a jungle.
That's
That's
so
attempted
insane.
murder, in my opinion.
Alleged.
But like, I don't know. This thought, it's fucking crazy, next level. Anyways, okay, so basically, she starts comforting Big S, and they end up. Via tries to pick up the ATV.
Mm-hmm. She does. I
And she,
think.
like, lifts it off the ground, which also, like, come on, big ass oomph. Like, you can pick that shit up, girl.
I know. Like, how is little Via picking it
I
up?
know, what the fuck? God damn. So, little Via picks that shit up, and it's broken. It doesn't run. It's, like, fucked up. It won't, like, turn on or whatever. So, they're, like, fucked. So, they start walking this shit out. And then eventually they, like, see this car full of these guys. And they ask, like, the truck full of guys to, like, tow the ATV for them. And luckily the guys are nice. And so they're basically being towed on the back of the truck, like, on the ATV. So Via and Big S are sitting on the ATV while it's being towed from the truck. And while they're sitting on the ATV... What is Big S doing?
Big S is, like, swerving the ATV, like, erratically.
Yeah.
And I think it even came to the point where Via fell out again.
Mm-hmm.
And then hurt herself more and then blacked out.
Yes. And then at that point, Big S basically told the guys that were helping them to just stop helping them. And that they would just get to their hotel on their own. And, like, they were good. They didn't need the help anymore. After she just put, like, Via through so much, like, physically. And, like,
they were still in the jungle.
They were still in the jungle and they still had, like, miles to go. So they just start walking and they're pushing the ATV at first. But I'm pretty sure it was just Via pushing it. I would imagine. And eventually it's just, like, too much, you know? So they're just like, fuck this ATV. They just, like, leave it on the side. And, like, poor Via, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't imagine, like, the thought of having to pay for that.
Yup.
So they're walking out of the jungle. They finally get out of the jungle and they get back to the hotel.
Well, on the way, Big S was saying, like, we're breaking up.
Right.
Like, the whole time.
So, like, on their way back to, like, the hotel, I'm pretty sure while they were sitting on the ATV.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Big S kept telling Via, like, we're done. Like, I'm fucking done with you. Like, I'm so fucking done with you. And all this shit. So, the whole entire walk back during the jungle, like, Via's getting all these comments about how she's getting, you know, dumped by Big S. Literally and figuratively, y'all. And so they get back to the hotel, and Big S just, like, gets in bed and just kind of turns over. And the next day of this trip is Big S's birthday. So the next day comes around, and Via wakes up, and she's trying to make the day good. It's Big S's birthday, and she's trying to be like, yo, like, it's your birthday. Let's just try to forget about tomorrow. Like, I love you. You know, let's just forget about tomorrow. And Big S is just turning over in the bed all day and just ignoring the fuck out of Via all day. So while she's asleep, Via basically handles the whole ATV thing. She has to call the ATV people that she rented it from. And they basically pull up, and she has to walk with this guy or take a moped, said, back into the jungle where this all happened, and had to basically show him the damage of the ATV. And she said she had to pay $800 for that shit.
Which is lower than I thought.
Lower than I thought, but also she maybe also got ripped off, depending on how bad it was.
Who knows, but that sucks.
Who knows, but yeah, 800 is, like, steep for real. That's really sad. Plus, you're already paying for this whole trip. Yep. Jesus. Money does not grow on trees. So she handles the whole ATV thing. It costs her $800. She gets back to the hotel, and she waits for Big S to wake the fuck up. But Big S doesn't wake up until 8 p.m. And Via is waiting all day because she has dinner reservations for Big S at 8:30 for her dinner. And Big S knows about the reservations because Via's been talking about them on the trip. So basically, Big S wakes up at 8, and she turns over and looks at Via, and she says, fuck you, like, I'm not gonna forget about yesterday, like, we're done, like, I'm gonna go and, like, have a good birthday by myself alone, like, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
So she gets up, she gets dressed, and she leaves, and she goes to a tattoo shop, and then she ends up texting Via from the tattoo shop, and starts, like, telling her, like, what she's up to in the night, and just being a toxic ass bitch. Yeah.
Big S is at the tattoo shop. She's texting Via that she wants a manic birthday and for her to come to the tattoo shop.
Mm-hmm.
And then Via goes to the tattoo shop, walks in, and sees Big S surrounded by women, flirting with her, like giving her drinks. And that's when Big S comes to Via and is like, see those two girls over there? Like, they want to have a threesome with me.
Drinks.
What?
See those two girls over there? Want to have a threesome with me?
And then Via's like, all right, over my dead body. So there is...
Like, and girl, why? Like, you were really about to maybe be a unalived body.
Oh, for sure.
Like, you are tripping.
She is crazy, but apparently, so there's 5 girls in this tattoo shop. 3 of them are already homies and friends. And I guess the other 2 that want to have a threesome with Big S kind of like became friends with the original 3. It's like this group of people. So the group of 3 friends that are not the 2 that want to have a threesome with Big S.
Bitch, oh my god, I hate this story.
The 3 are friendly with Via. Like, the 3 homie girls that don't want to have a threesome with Big S are hella friendly with Via. And all of them, the two frisky ladies and the 3 homies, Big S and Via, all go to the fucking villas where some of these motherfuckers are staying.
We can't be laughing. This is so serious. We cannot be laughing. The fucking villas.
So, when they're in the car, one of the cha-chas that want to get with Big S tries to sit on Big S's lap. And Via's like, hell no. Like, I'm going to sit on Big S's lap. So then she said it was super uncomfortable. She's sitting on Big S's lap. They finally get to the villas. And Via's like, I gotta go to the bathroom and collect myself. So she takes the 3 homies with her, or one of the 3 homies. They get to the bathroom, and they're having some girl chat. The friend is like, girl, like, your girlfriend is on motherfucking C, bitch. Like, she is on one.
She's
like,
tripping.
She is tripping
She
a
is
D.
too friendly, that girl said. She said, your girlfriend is being way too friendly with all of these girls right now.
And then Via started to cry, to shed tears. So then, mind you be, Via's not in the fucking, like, scene, you know, and Big S and up in the pool behind Via's back. So then Via comes out of the bathroom and sees Big S without her top on, caressing one of the cha-chas and pouring tequila down the cha-cha's throat and caressing her and holding her in the pool topless.
Mm-hmm.
And then Via's like, what the fuck, bitch? And she's like, what is going on? And then Big S is like, no, Via wants to leave at that point. She's like, what the fuck is going on? Big S is like, if you leave, I'm gonna fuck this cha-cha tonight. And then Via's like, go ahead, bitch. I'm out of here. So then Via dips the fuck out with the 3 amigos, okay?
Something ignited in you. Like, what is happening?
Okay, Via's walking out, right? She's going back to the 3 amigas, like, fucking villa.
And they're taking care of her. They're telling her,
but no,
we got you. You can come to our villa.
For
like,
sure. They're like,
good.
get out of here, bitch.
Like, fuck those 2 other bitches. We don't
your
even know them.
Your girlfriend is on C. But then Via realizes that she has Big S's phone in her motherfucking bag. And she needs to get that shit back because you don't want Big S's, like, shit on yourself. Like, you gotta give that girl's property back.
You don't want to
her.
have Big S's stuff on you.
You do not want Big S's stuff on you, okay? So the 3 amigas are like, girl, stay right the fuck here, bitch. We're going to go give Big S her phone back, and we'll come right back.
Because they don't know anything about Big S.
They only
Besides
know what
the
they
fact
know.
That she's a cheating hoe.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently the 3 amigas, they go find Big S, hand her their phone, and Via is waiting for them and just hears, like, blood-curdling screams. Mm-hmm. And then she sees the 3 amigas running out for their lives, screaming. And then the 3 amigas are like, girl, like, I don't know what you're doing, but we're fucking out of here, bitch. We just, like, had the craziest experience. That girl looks like she's gonna motherfucking unalive us right now. The craziest look I've ever fucking seen. I'm terrified. That's the scariest thing that's ever happened to me, bitch. We're fucking out of here. So are you in or out? And Via, she was out.
She stayed.
She stayed.
She stayed for Big S.
Via stayed for Big S.
I'm just like, girl, at what point do you decide to leave?
I know, I'm like, girl.
So crazy. So she decides to stay to take care of Big S because Big S can't handle her alcohol ever, apparently, allegedly, according to multiple sources. And so Big S is apparently belligerently drunk at this point. And
Via gets back and finds her in a bush, alleged.
Mm-hmm.
Drunk as a skunk.
So Via has to take care of her for, like, the millionth time on the trip. And, yeah, she basically gets her, like, back to the hotel and has to have security escort her big self up to the hotel room. Because she's so out of it that, like, she can't even walk herself up.
Yeah.
And they basically just, like, tried to have her birthday the next day.
Well, Via wanted to. Via, again, woke up in the morning and was like, let's just forget about yesterday. Let's have your birthday today. And then,
what did Big S say?
Big S was like, no, bitch, like, we're broken up. I already told my mom we're done. Mm-hmm. And then, I guess that was probably a lie, alleged, because
it was a lie.
Yeah,
Because
Big S
called
called the mom, and yeah.
So right after telling her that, like, no, actually, we're done. I already told my mom, so it's official. Like, we're done.
Yeah.
And, like, Via's, like, hella upset. She's like, oh, my God, like, she told the mom. Like, it really is over. Oh, my God, you know?
Yeah.
So right after she says that, she calls the mom in front of Via and she goes, "Hi, Mom." And the mom's like, "Hi, like, honey, like, how was your birthday yesterday?" And Big S is like, "It was horrible. Via ruined it. She ruined the whole thing."
Yeah.
And then Via allegedly was like, "Are you gonna tell her how you fucked some other bitch in front of me?"
Yeah.
And so that was apparently the end of it. And right after that, Via said she found the next plane ticket out and left. And Big S stayed in Tulum for
for 12 more days
afterwards.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, Big S wasn't talking to anyone else in like her immediate circle, but she was still like in contact with Via. So Via was like checking in on her and stuff.
So toxic.
But Via also says partly it's maybe because of like a trauma bond she had, but also because she wanted her stuff intact.
Manipulative of Big S.
Yeah.
Like she did that all on purpose.
But sure.
Yeah, so Via still had her stuff at their apartment.
Yeah.
And she wasn't able to get it until Big S came back for some weird reason. I don't really quite understand that part.
Who knows?
She clearly, like, was the only one with the key for some reason. But I remember in real time when Big S posted about being in Tulum for those 12 days by herself. And she made it seem like she was on this crazy healing journey and like she met this dog that she like adopted, I think, or like tried to adopt and was like, yes, like trying to play this like,
oh gosh,
I'm finding myself and like I'm healing, like, you know what I mean?
I'm going to guess that she met up with that cha-cha. And that's what she did the whole time, alleged, in my opinion.
Oh.
She did the cha-cha.
So right. You're probably so right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know who would want to, like, do that, though, after seeing all that. That's pretty crazy. You have to be really down bad.
Let me, yeah.
I don't really understand why Via was with Big S in the first place. I don't really see the appeal. But that's just my opinion, I guess.
I don't either, but that's just our humble opinions.
Just my humble opinion, you know, I don't know. But I can definitely say that Via deserved a lot better than that.
What's really what's going on right now is there's a petition to get Big S off of her college team. Do you know how many signatures it has?
It's at right now like over 150,000 signatures.
Wow.
And it keeps going up very quickly. There's so many comments on this petition. There's video responses on the petition.
I didn't know you could even do that.
It's really fucking funny. Like, y'all have to go check that shit out. But at the same time, like, all jokes aside, this is a big matter. Like, this was one of the craziest like stories I've heard in a while.
Yeah, it's horrible for Via. Like,
for
I know,
sure.
like,
I was genuinely like shaking in my boots though, like listening to this shit.
Yeah.
I was like, no fucking way. You know, like she pushed you off of the. I was like, what?
Yeah, in a middle of a foreign jungle.
Like, when she said the thing about, like, leaving the phones behind and then they started riding and kept going, I was like, okay, this is starting to feel like a movie and I don't like where it's heading.
No.
And I was like, I did not expect this story time to, like, have this, like, in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was really crazy.
I know. And I'm just like, what? I don't know. It's interesting that Big S allegedly, like, came back, but then crashed it. So I don't know, like, what would have happened if she didn't crash it, so.
I feel like she did that on purpose as well. I don't really know.
Who knows? Alleged.
I'm not sure. I feel like she did that to kind of make it look like they both just crashed while they were riding it. I don't really know. But I will say that she is a horrible, horrible person.
In your opinion, alleged.
In my opinion, allegedly, she is not a good person. And...
oh! The cops are coming for her.
I wish.
Here they come! Big ass!
A lot of people genuinely believe that Big S was attempting to unalive Via for real. And a lot of people think that she should be locked up, in their opinions, alleged. And
Yep.
I understand. It's pretty crazy. So, Sedona responded to this.
No.
So, Big S responded to this entire expose. And she basically posted a statement on her Instagram that said, "I'm deeply saddened, disappointed, and heartbroken in what has transpired in the past couple of days. The amount of hate, bullying, and death threats that my family, friends, and I have been receiving is dangerous, irresponsible, and disturbing. From quote-unquote kill yourself to quote-unquote I hope you die, the rhetoric is cruel, malicious, and mentally draining. I can't be silent anymore. There is so much judgment and scrutinization by many from afar, with opinions and verbal attacks on stories with false narratives and inaccurate information that do not give honesty and with transparency. This is reckless and disheartening. No one deserves to go through something like this. Like, please, after what you put that girl through." Alleged. Then she says, "As I continue to take some time off and continue to focus on my well-being, health, and commitments, I sincerely want nothing but the best for everyone, especially those I was able to share my life with in a relationship. This is a very serious matter that I don't take lightly. It has significantly affected those around me, including my family. This will be the only time I will comment on this situation. I will let my legal counsel take it from here."
So, whenever, the legal counselor takes it from there, it's,
It's giving deja vu. That's exactly how she,
It's exactly
ended
how
her
Colleen
relationship.
Ballinger handled her situation.
That's what you do when, you're allegedly guilty. I also have their text messages.
Well, my phone is running out of battery, so we gotta, finish this up.
Well, that's pretty much the gist of it. If you want all the deets, go check out her TikToks. It's pretty crazy.
It's still up.
It's still up.
What, do you know her handle?
And also, Big S did send her a cease and desist.
Yep.
So yeah, that's where we're at.
And didn't Big S send more people cease and desist?
I think she allegedly did. I'm not too sure on that, but a lot of people on TikTok were kind of worried about receiving one. So yeah.
Well, if we get one, we will film burning it.
Can we even say that?
Yeah, because everything that we said is fucking alleged, motherfuckers.
Agreed.
Everything we said is alleged, in our opinion or in Via's opinion, bitch. I didn't.
It's really Via's opinion.
I didn't just make this up and fall out of a coconut tree. Okay, I'll tell you that. So.
And I don't exist in the context, bitch.
So please subscribe to the channel. Please like this video. Please join our Patreon. Please hit the notification button so you never miss a video. What do you want to sing?
Girl, I don't even know if we should sing anything. Because, again, it's another, tough subject. It has, abuse,
I really want to sing something.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're really on one.
Yeah, I want to sing something for the people.
Okay.
These walls, they whisper to me.
What? What are you talking about?
Miley Cyrus.
Oh, shit.
Okay, subscribe.